Hey guys, and welcome back to the HobbyDude007 channel. Quick bench update today. We're going to take a look at what we've gotten done on the Corvette so far, as well as what we've got put together for the NASCAR build for Atlanta. And I also want to share with you some goodies I got today from HobbyNut Models. Stick around, guys. First up, guys, let's take a look at what I've got from HobbyNut Models here. This order is my first to come in from Mark, and I am jazzed about it. This is a smaller order, and by the way, when you're opening these things with your hobby knife, I always use, I've got about 4 hobby knives on the bench here, actually 5, but I always use the dull one of the oldest blades around. So there's our invoice, and up first we got some Green Stuff World chrome metal antique gold. I've got some black spoons already made up for that, so I'm eager to try that. Then I got a kit coming, but it was on back order. Well, it hadn't actually been released yet, and I'll share that with you when we do get it. Where's that dull knife? There it is. Got some MCW paints, and I was totally out of Mark Fit Strong decal setting solution. So I got a new bottle of Mark Fit, well, that's the regular Mark Fit. Or maybe it was the Mark Fit. Yeah, I've still got the Strong over here. All right, very good, very good. Okay, and we have some MCW. Now this is the enamels. Poppy Red. Sorry, I'm off camera there, guys. And the Tahiti Blue, which is the dark blue that you see on like the rims, engine blocks, some of the stuff in Petty Enterprise cars. Gee, me buying stuff for a Petty Enterprise car? Why? Who'd have thunk? And I was absolutely 100% totally out of leveling thinner, so we had to get some more leveling thinner. So, and it looks like that was it in this order. And by the way, guys, if you haven't tried this stuff, I know Matt loves it. There's a lot of guys that use this stuff, but the Mr. Color leveling thinner, this stuff is awesome. I've used it in enamels and lacquers. It's just really good stuff. If you haven't tried it, head over to HobbyNut Models. Get you a bottle. You'll love it. Okay, all right, let's get over to the update on the Corvette. First thing, if you remember, we're going to do the diffuser. We're going to do a lot of modernized kind of stuff on this thing. So we took the NASCAR, one of the belly pans out of one of the NASCARs from Salvino's, and as you can see here, where I took this, there went the box, where I took this piece and cut it off of the back to get a flush fit, because the way this thing fits back here, check that out. That is going to look so wicked. And I always keep a lot of this stuff. I mean, take a look at this. Get that out of the way there a minute. And guess what I started thinking? I looked at that and I thought, you know, I can use this as a pattern to make, since I'm worked a little bit on the body, but I haven't gotten a lot done. The deck lid, the trunk, and the hood, and I'm doing 2 different hoods because I want to get a look. But check that out. I can rework some of that. And I think that's kind of cool. And if it's not this piece, then it will definitely be something. But always save these little scrap things that you cut away, because you never know. But like I said, this thing is just, this is going to be really sharp. Okay, on the engine, I've gotten a lot done, but I haven't gotten it wired yet. I'm out of red wire. I'm going to pick that up tomorrow. But this is coming along really, really nicely. And remember, there's our display engine that'll be, I think that's kind of blurred up there, sitting beside it too. And this one will be in the car, but it's going to be built just like that one. And let me tell you guys, also, when you're drilling out for the spark plugs, if you do not have one of these dead center drill starters, head over, put in Art Lasky. That's all you need to do, and you'll see the model stuff. But this thing, I don't know how I lived without it after I got the first one. Now I think I've got about 3 of them. These things are awesome. I mean, they are great. But getting the engine together, it'll be probably totally finished tomorrow. There's a few things I wanted to clean up and straighten out. There's got the putty sanded on that, and this will be getting another coat tomorrow. I think I mentioned I'm going to have to make some changes on the oil pan. I'll probably do a sump type tank flat, because this thing sits so low to the ground, and that tank, it really hangs lower than I wanted it to. Next up was the wheels. From sitting in that box for 12 years or however long it was, these things were looking really bad. And I grabbed my tackle light. Speaking of Art Lasky, while you're over there, grab you one of these little puppies. It's 3-speed. Great tool. And what I did for my polishing is I took one of the Tamiya, and these things are really, they're soft, but they hold their shape really well. Q-tips, cut it in half, chucked it in, and all I did was, of course I took them off, but on the lowest speed, now check out the shine on these things, but they were looking pretty dingy, and just, but for getting down into the areas, and check out up in there, just cleaned them right up. And I didn't even use any compound, which I broke it out to use, but and I don't know, right now they almost look chrome, but they're spun aluminum and or machined aluminum, and they actually look like highly polished aluminum. It doesn't really look like chrome. Well, it kind of does in this light, but so I cleaned these up, and I've got some. I meant to take those out, doggone it. I meant to take them out and show them to you, but RB Motion, the aluminum valve stems, so I'm going to have to do a little drilling in there, and then I'll seat the valve stems. The brakes, as you see here, here's the calipers and all that kind of stuff. And what I did for brake shoes was I took this Plastruct number 91612, and it's G-scale, 24th scale rough brick. And as you see here, all I did was cut it into single bricks, and then I cut those down into the shape of a brake shoe. And here they are in the caliper, and you see the disc, and that's pressure fit up in there. I did not glue that in. Is that not just sharp? So you can see the brake shoes down in there. And this took no time at all, guys. It's really a simple process. You take one of those little bricks that you cut out there, and again, cut it to the shape of the caliper into like a real brake shoe, and then put it up in there on both sides, flip it over, and then just slide the disc up in there, and just work it on up in there, and there you go. That's the look you get. Looks very realistic. Very realistic. Like that stuff, man. Let's see. Anything else on the vet? There was a couple other things that I want to touch on, those later, transmission, that kind of stuff. But looking at the 32nd scale car, the Earnhardt Lumina, I had mentioned before. There was a few things that I'd gotten done. Here is, I don't know if I showed in one of the other videos, in the primer, the deck lid, the trunk, you can see the tabs down there on the ends where the hinges will go, and then you see the bracing that is underneath the car. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place this evening. This piece I scratch built for my 24th scale Lumina, and I took pictures of it and I sent them to Miguel at HobbyWerks, and I said, dude, can you replicate this and knock it down to 32nd scale? And in no time, bam, there it is. So you can go to hobbyworks.com and you can get these in either 24th, 25th, even 32nd scale, obviously. So there's our ribbing for under the trunk there for a Lumina. I think that turned out well. In fact, that's going to be getting some of that poppy red, the interior on the 32nd scale, while some of the stuff on the Corvette's drying. I'm trying to do two things at once. Here was the, wow, here was the stock seat that came in one of those kits. As you see, all the little padding pleats and all that stuff. That was just a snap kit regular seat. And I filled in a lot of that stuff, and I'm going to be putting the fabric, well, it's going to be, I want to say flocking, but the powder down in here and making the cushions in the seat. And you notice I drilled out for where the seat belts are going to go. And a couple people have asked questions about, okay, where do you get, and see, that stuff wasn't in the snap together version, obviously. Where do you get hardware and seat belts for these? Don't reinvent the wheels, guys. There is 32nd scale photo etch and stuff. It may not be specifically, say, stock car or whatever, but it's easier to find than you think. In the case of the seat belts, and I think I shared this with you in one of the other videos, 1/32nd scale aircraft. 1/32nd is a popular scale in aircraft. This particular seat belt's for a Spitfire. But the reason I got it was the seat belts are gray, and a lot of these guys have the gray belts. And let me take that out, and you can see where this will go. Right up through there. It'll do the attachment points in the back to the seat belt, or to the roll bar, that kind of stuff. And if you want to, for hardware, there's your cinches and your I hope you can see that stuff. Yeah, there we go. But there's plenty of belts, there's plenty of stuff like that. So 32nd scale, and not just seat belts, guys. A lot of the aircraft detail stuff for the engines of these old Warbirds and stuff is perfect for this. So like I said, don't panic on that stuff. Another thing is 32nd scale slot car goodies. There's our 32nd scale photo etch disc brakes. I was going to spin some down. Why? Look at these things. These are really good quality and directional, so I'll be able to flip them around, and dude, these are just great. And check out the thickness, and they're multi-piece, just like the well, I hope you can see them. I guess I should have taken one out. And Miguel, again at HobbyWerks, made me the calipers for these. So this is going to look good. Yeah, there's going to a whole bunch of stuff. Now, as far as the other stuff that is going to go in this kit, there you go. All the photo etch, all of the wiring, everything. You can see Detail Master, Model Car Garage, ProTech. Got a lot of stuff from Charlie. See a lot of pink stuff in there from Charlie at ProTech. Detail wiring, parts by Parks. There's all kinds of goodies in here. And I need to put these disc brakes back in here before I lose them. And I think I'm really getting excited about this build too. And I'm running out of time on both of them, so I've got to hustle. And on the engine, I showed you just kind of a mock-up on the stand I did for it, just to kind of get an idea. Well, this is the block that we kind of started with. And this got some major work that's got to be done to it, a whole lot. And I did one of the kit engines just snapped it together just as a mock-up to get an idea of the size and all the stuff I'm going to need to do. And I love doing engines, y'all know that. So this is not going to be that big a deal. It might take a little longer. than I expected, but that's why I'm on it pretty diligently. You see the molded in linkage we talked about last time. All that's got to be removed, and that'll be replaced with some wire linkages and stuff like that. Of course, the pulleys, all that stuff have to be totally redone and all that too, and that's in the works as well. Let's see. I think that's about it. Let me look over here real quick. Yeah, I think that's about it right now. Just wanted to bring you up to speed on what's happening. Again, head over to HobbyNut Models, visit Mark's website there, and get you some MCW paint, pick up a kit or two. There's some new stuff coming in. Like I said, I've got one that's, well, I think it was supposed to already been out, but I'm going to surprise you with that one when it gets here. I think that's it, guys. I appreciate you stopping in just for a few minutes on this one. God bless, and I will see you in a few days with an update on something. See you guys. God bless.